Hi, I'm Heather.
And I'm Katie.
And today we are going to show you how we make our bagels. Alright, so you may have seen us make bagels on I think it was a vlog,
Day
in the life of vlog. And that was our first time making them. And so we've learned some things in the process of making those bagels. And we'll show you step by step the things that we learned, because we're going to do it different than the recipe that we found. So the first thing that we're going to do that's different than the recipe is we're going to actually dissolve the sugar in the water first. And we actually had a viewer tell us to do this, and it works better because it called for you to put the sugar, the water, and the salt in together. So we're just going to dissolve the sugar in first, and then we're going to add our yeast in. We have our sugar dissolved. Now Katie's just going to add the yeast. We're just going to sprinkle it over the top. So make sure you get all the yeast out there, sweetie. And then we're going to let that proof for about 5 minutes. The other thing that we're doing that's different than the recipe is we're actually going to put the salt in with the flour. And then we're just going to kind of whisk that together and mix that all together. Our yeast is all foamy, so Katie's going to go ahead and put the oil in. And then she's going to put the flour in. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to mix it till it's combined. We are going to turn the mixer on and let it knead until the dough is smooth and it pulls away from the side of the bowl. It doesn't stick to it anymore. And that's going to be about 4 to 5 minutes. We are now going to add in our onions and garlic. We felt like it didn't have enough in it.
1 teaspoon of onions and like 1 teaspoon of garlic. So
we doubled
that.
So we have 2 teaspoons of onions and 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, right?
Yeah, around that.
Okay, so, and we're just going to mix this in for about a minute. Kate's going to take the dough out of the bowl, and she's going to put it in this one that's been greased, and we're going to let it raise.
Still some in here.
All right, so this dough is a slight bit sticky, so you want to coat it with oil, and then we're going to, now that we've got it in the bowl that's coated with oil, and we've coated it with oil, we're going to put some plastic wrap on it. Well, Katie's going to spray a little bit of cooking spray on it, and then we're going to put plastic wrap over it. All right, so we're going to set this on our stove with our hood lights on, and the oven's warming up, so this is in a warm place, and we're going to set our timer for an hour. You're going to look for it to double in size. We have a lightly floured surface. Katie's going to turn the dough out, and the recipe that we had said that it would make, what, 8 bagels?
Yeah.
But we learned something new, which is it actually can make more. Now the bagels that they were making, they were huge. And we actually got, what was it, 10 out of it, maybe 12?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna make our bagels just slightly smaller. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna kind of roll it out like a snake. And then you're gonna shape it into a bagel. Okay, so she's gonna cut him. We got 13 bagels out of there, and they're not small. I mean, they're not huge like you would get at Panera, but they're not really small either, and they're, you know, varying sizes. But we're gonna let this raise for 20 minutes, and then we will go to the boiling process. All right, we learned to not have your water at a rolling boil because it'll make your bagels fall apart. So we have it at kind of a simmer now. Bring it up to a boil and then turn it down so it's at a simmer. So we're gonna put them in for 30 seconds.
So here's our first one.
The other thing that we learned is that when you pull them out of the water, you gotta put the spice on immediately so they stick on it.
Hold on. Ah, it keeps sliding her.
So Jack is our spice putter on her. So that's the everything bagel.
I put a lot of spice.
So we've got them boiled and we've got the seasoning on them. And now we're gonna put them in the oven and bake them for 20 to 25 minutes.
We had to finagle them a little bit because we needed them all to fit on the sheet.
Yeah, some
But-
of them were big.
They are still not small. I mean, even though the recipe called like for what was it, to make 8 of them and we got 12, these aren't small bagels. All right, so it's bonus recipe time. We are making a like a onion chive cream cheese to put on our bagels. So we're gonna put a couple of dashes of Worcestershire sauce in it. That's good. There you go.
So we're just gonna.
And we're just gonna mix that up. So Katie and I switched jobs because she's not strong enough to mix up the cream cheese. So we're gonna put some chives in here. And this is pretty much just to taste. Get your hand out of there. And then we're gonna put some onion powder in here, just a little bit. Get out of there. And then we're just gonna mix this up and let it sit for a little bit while our bagels cool. We'll just let the flavors kind of
Envelop you.
yes.
All right, so here we go. We've got bagels with cream cheese and chives, sesame seeds. Oh man, that's my favorite.
And they're still hot. They just
Oh
came
my-
out of the oven.
Yeah, they are. They're warm and they're toasty and they're delicious. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. So the outside is got a crispiness to it. I love the flavor of the sesame seeds. I'm wearing the cream cheese, so obviously I like that. There's
Yeah.
nothing like eating a homemade fresh hot bagel.
It's crunchy on the outside and like soft on the middle.
It has the flavor. It's not doughy, it's not mushy. I mean, if you look in that, you can see the texture of it. So, guys, babe, home run.
Awesome.
You nailed it. This
Actually,
is amazing.
this was not me. This
Katie.
was mostly Katie.
Katie,
Yeah.
you nailed it, babe. Good
Yay.
job. I just need a minute. There's nothing that changes your day like homemade fresh bread
Of any
or
kind.
bagel of any kind.
Yeah.
It just changes your whole day. Guys, wow.
Yeah.
Katie, great job. Mom, wow.
So we are going to put the recipe on our GoinBatty website, GoinBatty.com. We're going to rework it a little bit because, like we said, we've learned some things along the way because this is about our 4th time making these to make these better. So we'll make sure we have the complete recipe and all of the instructions for you. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you have any questions for me or Katie or even Kevin, but
Hi.
leave them in the comments down below and we'll answer them for you. And more updates as we go.
Don't forget to hit that little bell that'll tell you when our new videos come out right there by the subscribe button. Share with your friends on all the social media channels. GoinBatty.